If he's asking you what you bring to the table, his mom was not respected in his family.
Are you single?
That's the most stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Single? Yes, I am. Are you open to being in a relationship? Yeah, sure. So you're dating people? Hell no. Absolutely not.
I'm not chasing nobody. Yeah, you look good. But I look good too.
That guy wanted to buy you a drink. Really? I already have a drink. Do you think you'd buy me mozzarella sticks? What is the matter with you? I expected every guy that I went on a date with to fall in love with me, and when they didn't, I was like, hello? And
stop choosing people who don't choose you. It's not romantic. It's not a challenge. It's not a competition. None of the above. If they are not choosing you, they are not actively interested or pursuing you, or they've told you that they don't want what you want, you have to walk away.
I remember the good old days when I would feel special when a guy liked me. I no longer feel special.
Yes, ma'am, but maybe, just maybe, in the good old days, you didn't look like this.
So, this is a PSA to all guys. If you've been talking to a girl for 3 months and you haven't made her your girlfriend, what are you doing? First of all, she's probably madly in love with you at this point. Secondly, you're leading her on. And thirdly,
after 3 months, she's madly in love with you. Come on, ma'am.
just cut the girl loose. Because you are leading her on. Period. Don't ghost her. Just let her know. Just say, hey, it's not working out. Don't give her the whole, oh, I'm not ready for a relationship, or oh, it's not the right timing. Bull. Just tell her the truth, that you're not really into her.
I guess this happened to her, that's why she's saying this. By the way, guys, I'm still sick. My throat hurts. So if my voice is a little bit different, that's why.
It's that simple.
Wow, that girl's hot.
That's a guy.
That other guy's handsome.
That's a girl.
That cat is cute.
That's a dog.
What is everything?
Oh, sweetie, how times have changed. Back in 2020, when I started TikTok, I was in my late 20s. I was dating obsessed, boy crazy, on the apps all day, every day, loving my life, not...
Yes, guys, if you don't know, she featured in a previous video of mine saying that she is dating 5 guys in rotation at once.
Wanting to settle down, enjoying my time in the big city. Charlotte ain't that big. But now I'm 31, I'm healing, I'm celibate, I haven't been on Hinge in almost a year, haven't been on a date in almost a year, haven't even physically touched a guy at all. No hugging, no kissing, like nothing in almost a year. And I had one prospect. It was a guy that I had been on a date with a couple years ago. He actually bought me a plane ticket to go visit him in his city. And I was so excited, thinking that it could be like a potential romantic thing. And then he hits me up like 3 days before and he's like, I just want to make sure like we're on the same page. I'm not looking for a relationship. My old self would have still gone on the trip and like used him for his money and just been like, screw it. But my new self didn't go. My new self stayed in Charlotte and respected my boundaries because I am ready for something real. I'm not just entertaining anything casual. My motto is my perfect fit or nothing. And you might be sitting there going, well, your standards are too high. I've been by myself for so long and I have a great life that me being alone is not a detriment. So I'm not just going to date a dude to say I have a dude. I have a great life alone. But yeah, things are different and I don't date anymore at all.
So guys, after she was ran through in her 20s, now that she's 31, she's looking for love. That's why I say, guys, don't fall for these kinds of women. That's why I say, guys, don't date women over a certain age. It's not worth it. They have a lot more baggage and a lot higher body count.
I'm gonna tell y'all what, one thing that I will always live by is what one man won't do, another man will. And let me tell you why. There are too many men on this earth for me to sit around and deal with one motherfucker that don't want to act right. I have told men too many times in my life what I want to make me happy. I literally told them a million times before I left them. Don't do this. I need you to do more of that. Literally gave them the blueprint. And somehow, they all managed to it up still. Men get so mad that we call them stupid. But in reality, if they would just take a step back and listen and open their ears for once in their life, they would understand that the shit we call them stupid for, they deserve to be called stupid for. All I'm saying is I'm too pretty. I'm too good of a person, and my personality is too unmatched to beg her to open the door for me and buy me flowers.
So she chose the wrong man and then she tried to change him, guys. That's what happened. And of course, those guys didn't change.
Okay, so I just got off the phone to a girlfriend and we've been talking about how effed up the dating scene in Melbourne is. So this is how it usually works. A guy might seem really into you, he will seem really keen, he's saying all the right things, he wants to take you out for a drink, take you out for dinner. So you're like, okay, I'm vibing this. Because usually when someone says that, you would like to think that they mean it. Not with Melbourne boys, okay? But at the time, you don't know because you just like to think that they're normal. Let's keep talking and you have to think, okay, I'm going to show that I'm kind of interested. This is where it goes wrong. When we start showing that we're interested in a man, this is where they freak out. The reply.
No, ma'am. You're looking at the bad boys. You're looking at the top percentage of guys that don't care, that have a lot of options. They didn't want a relationship from the start. They just want to smash you. Why is it so hard for women to understand?
Replies start to get slower. They might even stop replying, or you might see them out and they might not even come up to you. I had a girlfriend who went on a date with a guy and she saw him at an event last week and he did not even come up and say hi to her.
Men smash and sleep with a lot of women, but that doesn't mean that that guy will make you his girlfriend or his wife. He just wants to smash.
I like to think that as females, we put in effort to look nice, we put effort in doing our makeup, all of that. The least a man can do is be masculine and come up to us and say hello to us. Not in Melbourne, apparently. This is where us females start to feel like we are going crazy. We have been absolutely love bombed because this guy has shown that they are interested. They've said all the right things. They've made us feel amazing. And as soon as we have shown interest, they have backed off and left us.
No, ma'am. Just because a guy tells you a couple of lies and you believed him, that doesn't mean he wanted to marry you or have a relationship with you. You should put more effort into choosing the right guy. That's it.
Right. This is where we feel like we have to start playing games. So we back off on them. It's like that technique, the rubber band technique. As soon as you pull back, what do? They come crawling back. They start liking our stories. They start replying to our stories. And then as soon as we start to go, okay, we'll start chatting to you again, they back off again. So dating in Melbourne is pretty much just a toxic cycle of you being love bombed, gaslighted, making you feel like crazy when they were the one that was interested first. Stay safe out there, girls.
I've been single for a year and deleted and re-downloaded the apps at least 1 million times. I finally said yes to a date, and I'm gonna tell you why I said yes to that date. Loved that this man was like, okay, that's your favorite restaurant? Great, I'm gonna make reservations for us at this time on this night. Like, yes, please! Why is it so hard to find somebody to do that?
Yes, ma'am, that works, but not on all women, because now in the West, if you do that, some women will say that you are toxic. So you can't do that. Yes, women love a guy in control that knows what he wants, but now if you do certain things, you were called toxic by certain women, so it's not worth the risk.
Everyone else is like, hey, what's up? What's your schedule? Maybe we can go for a walk. Or like, I don't know, what do you want to do? Like, show me that you want to do something. Like, take charge. Be a man. I know I'm going to get hate for saying that. Call me old-fashioned, but let's talk about it.
You know how they say forgive and forget? Well, I'm done doing that. I am not in my villain era, I'm in my psycho era. Next time a guy talks about his crazy ex-girlfriend, that's gonna be me. I'm done.
Good, ma'am. This way a lot of men know to avoid you.
Unpopular opinion. We as women should not be making the first move.
True.
The Bible says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. Therefore, your husband, your man is going to find you. I promise you that the man that God has for you is not going to miss you. If he sees you out at a grocery store and that's the timing.
Ma'am, I don't think that God told you to make a TikTok account or make your lips like that. But that's just my opinion.
That he's the man that he needs to be in order to be with you. God's going to nudge him to go and make that move. If something's meant to be in your life, you're never going to miss it. It's going to come to you in the perfect timing. Sit pretty in your feminine energy and let that
Ma'am, you have to work. You have to know what men want in order to attract a man, the man that you want. If you don't understand men, if you don't understand that men don't like women with TikTok, with lips like that, you will never attract a man. Just because you say you will attract one without doing anything, it doesn't mean that a man will fall from the sky.
Man pursue you, let that man find you. Don't do it, girl. Don't. I remember praying and asking God, why did they treat me this way? Why did they lack compassion when I was drowning in pain? And this is what he told me.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sure that he told you something different, but let me tell you why. Because you are going after the bad boys that don't care about you because they have a lot of options. The top percentage of guys that all women want. So, of course, they won't care. They will treat you like they want because they don't care. They have all the women in the world are after that certain type of guy. All of them. So, of course, he doesn't care because he has a lot of options. Religion has nothing to do with it.
Because a person that is far from God isn't able to feel the things that come from God. Love, peace, compassion, kindness, gentleness. They can't feel these things because they've closed off that part of their heart. And understanding this will help you heal and forgive. So the way I was able to forgive is by feeling the same compassion that I wanted them to feel for me, for them. Because it's worse and more painful to be so far from God that you cannot feel for someone else. That you're so stuck in your own ways that you've buried all your pain down so deep that you can't even feel. And when God speaks, he backs it up. So let me show you the scripture that he gave me. Straight from the Bible. John 15:4. It says, "Abide in me and I will abide in you. A branch cannot produce fruit if it is severed from the vine, and you cannot..."
Ma'am, the Bible won't teach you how to find good men. You haven't learned anything. You will make the same mistakes over and over again. You have to find what you did wrong, what kind of men you attract, what kind of men you go after, and change that thing. Just reading from the Bible won't help you do anything. You will make the same mistakes. You also have TikTok. Guys, can you see that even if she says she's a Christian, it doesn't matter. Even if she believes in God, it doesn't matter because she doesn't understand anything about relationships, about what a man wants, about how men think.
I know. Dating in 2023 is hard AF.
True.
You may be asking yourself, why is it so hard to date and find someone to settle down with? Well, here's one of the reasons. Honestly, it's all these rules that everyone has to follow, whether you're a man or a woman. Here are some popular rules to follow that you may be following yourself in this dating role today. Don't call them back right away. Pull back on showing too much of who you really are. Make them wait. And text them back or call them back 2 days later. They don't make enough money. I don't have time for other people's baggage. It's tough to keep up with so many rules. Dating should be fun. Here are some solutions for you.
Let's hear
Be
them.
honest about who you are, what you want, and if you're looking to just have fun or a serious relationship at some point. Remember that there's no such thing as a perfect person.
Guys, you all know that women can't handle the truth. So if you tell a woman from the start the truth, it won't work. That's why so many guys have to lie to them.
Including you. Anything worth doing. If at first you don't succeed, you just try again. Most importantly, don't put all your eggs into one basket. And if you need to take a mental break, do so. You don't have to be in a relationship to be happy.
Hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.